Okay, the next step that I will be performing will be to actually remove this log from my background. And after I'm done with that, I'm gonna be able to bring in the main image portrait that I'll be using, retouch it, select and crop the background so that I'm gonna be able to also retouch it as well. Okay, so in order to do that, I will be using the content aware tool. And the content aware tool is about the eighth tool on your toolbar on the left. If you click and hold, you will see that it's located where you have the spot healing brush and the patch tool as well. So it's this little cross arrows that looks like an X. And the way this works is all you have to do is just trace around the object that you want to remove, and Photoshop will actually take textures from around it to cover it up and seamlessly make it look like it wasn't even there in the first place, which when I started doing Photoshop about 10 20 years ago, that was literally impossible. You had to copy a lot of areas and kind of start doing this collage of patches on top of it and blend it with the background. It was a lot of work and would take literally hours to do. Now you could just do this in 3 clicks basically. So the first thing I want to make sure is that on my option toolbar at the top, I have the first option, which is the new selection option. And under mode, I'm not doing move, I'm doing extend. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in a little bit and click and start tracing as close as possible to the object I want to remove, but not too close. And you want to be able to select the entire area. Okay, here we go. Okay, perfect. Okay, now that I have my content aware selected, I will go ahead and fill this up with the background. And I will go to edit menu, content aware fill. Okay, and the content aware fill is a way to actually control your content aware and your selection. And as you can see already here, I have a nice preview of how it will look after I have applied the content aware. Okay, and it seems pretty well. It does a very nice job. You do have here some settings that you can play around with a little bit, but for the most part, it actually does a great job. And as you can see, the output will create a new layer without the object that you want to remove. So that way you don't disrupt the current layer. So new layer output, he will create a new layer and leave the original one undisrupted. So I'll click OK. And that looks pretty good to me. So I'll go to select the select layers. Okay, and Command D will deselect the content aware. And once I look at my layers, there you go. You have the patch that actually is covering up your image. Now, if I want to move my background and I want to keep that patch always locked in with the image background, I'm going to shift and select that image background and go to the bottom of the layer palette and click on this link layers option. So now I'm able to change to the move tool and actually be able to move my background image exactly where I need it at.